How you going guys, Mark here from DNA Paints. On this video I'll be doing a bit of a guide and a run through on how to paint our candy base coats. And our candy base coat of choice for this video is Yellow Vortex. Let's get into the video right now. Alright, so to start this video off, we're going to start prepping up this panel. Now this panel is supplied by ACM Auto Parts. So what we're going to be doing is getting 400 grit on an orbital sander and start orbital sanding down this part. We want to get the whole panel sanded, and then all the tight little areas like the edges and stuff like that, or areas where the orbital sander can't get, you want to be sanding that back with red Scotch-Brite. So once it's all sanded down, it's all scuffed up, there's no shiny areas on the part, you want to give it a nice prep. So I'll wipe that panel nice and clean so we can start applying our colours and our primers. Alright, so what we want to be doing is basically giving it a thorough blow off and a tack rag, make sure that there's no dust or lint on that panel, because obviously if we're putting our surface of primer over the top of that dust, we're going to be getting dust nibs in our job. So ideally, to get a nice clean job from start to finish, you must start from start to finish with everything as clean as possible. Alright, so now that we've given it a blow off and a tack rag, we'll start mixing up our Surfacer, HS Surfacer primer in white, because white is the colour suitable for the Yellow Vortex candy base coat. Now I'm going to put 2 medium coats of the Surfacer primer over the top of this guard. I'm going to allow 10 to 15 minutes between coats and then mix up our Yellow Vortex candy base coat. Alright, so our Yellow Vortex candy base coat is mixed at 60-40 with a base coat reducer. So we have 3 base coat reducers available. We have a slow, a medium and a fast. So depending on the climate and temperature of your environment that you're painting in, obviously determines what speed of reducer you want to be putting in your base coat. So obviously if you're painting in a really humid, hot environment, you want to be putting slow reducer in your base coat. Alright, so now that we've mixed up our base coat, our primer's all dry, it's time to start laying down our Yellow Vortex. So if you don't want to use the HS Surfacer primer and you just want to start painting, now you still need to put down a white ground coat. So I recommend using our profile base coat pure white. Make sure that that is also mixed at 60-40 with the same reducer as the Yellow Vortex or the other candy base coat you're using, and basically add 2 to 3 coats or until it's fully covered before you start painting the Yellow Vortex or the candy base coat of your choice. Okay, so now that our panel or part or project is fully covered in either the HS primer or the pure white, what you want to be doing is starting to apply the Yellow Vortex. When applying the Yellow Vortex, you basically want to be putting medium coats down and leave it for about 5 to 10 minutes between coats. Yellow Vortex requires 3 to 4 coats once you've got full coverage. If you're painting in a spray booth or even a shed at home, if you can shut the shed doors so you've got a really dark environment, or turn the booth lights off, I really do recommend you getting a sun torch or sun lamp, or even the light on your mobile phone, and shine the light over the car or panel and make sure that you've got full coverage and that there is no model on that surface. Okay, so let's say that you do have some form of model, or it's rather transparent. Obviously if it's like transparent, you're going to need to put down more candy base coat over the top. Make sure that you are lowering that air pressure, the gun distance comes back, and you do apply a drop coat on over the top. Alright, so you've laid down your nice silky smooth candy base coat. It's time to mix up your clear of choice. So whether you're painting your diamond clear 2 to 1 up to say 15% of reducer, that's perfectly fine. For this video I've chosen to use our custom clear, which is mixed at 4 to 1 with no reducer. And that's pretty much it. candy base coats in a nutshell. It's quite simple. Hope you've all followed along, and I didn't make this seem too difficult. Our candy base coats are designed to be sprayed rather easily, and the whole beauty of it is so you can get the appearance of a candy but in a base coat form, and it's rather easy to paint. Alright, so before I let you all go, a big shout out to ACM for supplying us with these panels for our videos. You guys will take it easy. We'll see you on the next one.